I've only been living in Kamala for 2 months. Previously I lived in Koh Samui for 5.5 years, and we cleaned the beaches in Koh Samui with mixed results. So I come over to Kamala and I'm enjoying life over in Phuket, and every morning I eat a rockfish, have my breakfast of rockfish, and I've said to the manager over there, Rich, and I said, what's with the beach? He said, you know what guys, we've tried so many times and it just doesn't happen. So it planted a little seed in my head, and then I went to see Nick at the Summer in Phuket campaign, and I got talking to my old beach cleaning friend over in Koh Samui, who's also moved to Phuket, a girl called Femke, and she said to me, you know what, why don't we start the beach clean again? And this was on Tuesday afternoon at 12:30. And I came down here on Tuesday night and I was absolutely shocked by the state of the beaches, and I thought, you know what, lead by example, get some momentum going, and then everybody else, people like Nick, people like Jen, people like Lutz, everyone has sort of stepped in, and really Cape Sienna, Andara, everyone stepped in to give a hand, and I'm absolutely amazed by the overall response and support we've had.
It even started earlier than you said. You said 4 o'clock, and some came at 3 o'clock, some 2.
Well, it was initially we were going to start at 4 o'clock. We were a little bit worried about the weather, and then so we thought we'd bring it forward an hour. And I mean, look, I sent an email to Buddha on Friday. I didn't get a reply back from him, but he's obviously pulled some strings somewhere, hasn't he? So,
summer in Phuket. You know, it's a beautiful summer day, but how much rubbish was there before, really?
Last week it was worse, to be honest, but I think there's been a little bit of a high tide which has made things a little bit easier for us. My philosophy is the sea's full of trash, right? A couple of times a year the beach will clean itself and the rubbish comes out on the beach. I think it's a perfect time to clean both the sea and the beach in one go. So I just hope that now other beaches can follow from the example that we've set.
We've got a pile of it behind. Can you sort of gauge or estimate how much weight or how many bags?
This is probably half of it, right? This is half of it. The Or Bor Tor has already taken over quite a lot. We estimate with the amount of bin bags that we bought, about 175 bin bags.
What's quite noticeable are these fish cages or oyster cages. Have you talked to the local fishermen and the people who might be causing some of this rubbish?
I think that's going to probably be the next step. The next step is with the Keep Kamala Clean Committee. We're going to start talking to the police. We're going to start talking to the Or Bor Tor, and hopefully with their support it's going to become a lot easier.
Plastic bags.
Yeah.
A lot of plastic, yeah.
Lot of plastic, lot of flip-flops, syringes. We found 2 syringes today. Lot of lighters, a lot of Red Bull bottles, a lot of bulbs, and I can only presume that they come from the fishermen. I don't know. I think there was talk about where the rubbish actually comes from. I firmly believe that most of the rubbish actually comes probably from Kamala. I could be wrong on that. That's what I
talked to some of the tourists, people staying on the beach, you know, with the rubbish around them.
They didn't really want to join in. I mean, they're on holiday, but I mean, they were offering words of encouragement everywhere we went, so that's good enough. We've had 60, 70 people turn up today. I mean, at the start of the week, we're talking about 20, 25 people turn up, so the response has been fantastic, really. So.
Let's bring Nick in here. You're the organiser for the summer season campaign. How does this tie in then with rubbish cleaning? I mean, does it not give the sort of confusing picture that there's a lot more rubbish in the summer, not just nice weather and the other part of it?
No, just really a good excuse to keep the beaches clean, whether it's summer in April, May, or August, or September. You can come and use the beaches any time of the year, and to use the beaches they need to be clean. So by able to galvanizing the local community here to keep this beach clean, and working as we're doing with the Or Bor Tor, and we've had a great deal of support from the Kamala Or Bor Tor.
And so, that beach is spotless, and look at the sun today.
Yeah. It does look very clean now, it looks very nice, but the reality is that during the monsoon, especially the storms, there are a lot more rubbish brought in. Sometimes it doesn't look good for tourists. Are you accepting that, the reality of it?
It's just a matter of keeping on top of it. The stuff does come in, and some of it is from here and some of it is from there. But if we can keep on top of it and keep it clean, then it's not a big job. It's like anything. Let it go for 3 months and it's a big job. Do it once a day, no problems. So yeah, praise to the guys. Great effort today. We had a great day.
You're going to help to organise more cleanups in different places as well, aren't you, through the summer season?
That's correct. Nai Yang was done last Friday, or last Thursday I should say. Now with Kamala this weekend, we'll have a crack at Surin next week, and then take it down to Patong and Qatar and Coron. work our way around the island. So Or Bor Tor and communities around Phuket, watch out, we're coming your way.
So that will be on your website, summerinphuket.com.
Phuket.com, and the photos from today also will be up.
You're also going to set up some webcams, is that right? In different
right, yeah,
beaches that are not existing at the moment.
One of the things that people have been expressing an interest is, what does it actually look like? You know, you read the reviews for the weather and you never really know. So by doing webcams on these different beaches, we'll be able to present Phuket in a totally honest light. Today, if people saw it, I'm sure next week would be very busy. So we'll have webcams in the north, on the south, on the east coast, and up in Phang Nga Bay. And of course, one of the things about Phuket is the weather is very different in these areas. It can be a beautiful day here, and similarly in the north, it might actually be raining this afternoon. And vice versa, it can rain here for 4 or 5 days in a row, perhaps for an hour, and yet the east coast is perfectly dry. So Phuket's a very divergent place for weather.
Let's bring Lutz in finally from the Courtyard, the Marriott group, here at Kamala, right? And what about joining in, getting your guests, your tourists, and your staff too? They joined today, right, with the cleanup?
Well, we didn't approach our guests because it's a Marriott culture that we serve our community. We call it Spirit to Serve. So we have done it before, but of course it's much different if we do it in such a together with other representatives of Kamala, with other businesses, other hotels, and much bigger effort. So we had our share today, but it was a Kamala community effort, and it was just a great team spirit, and the result is you can see it here. It's amazing.
Well, Karl, then the final word, the Kamala community. What's your future plans for this community here?
Well, we've had the first committee meeting last Thursday, and some of the ideas that were proposed was all the rocks at the far end of the bay there, which were brought in by the tsunami. It used to be a beautiful sandy beach there, so a local building firm, Lotus Trinity, has suggested that possibly they can use one of their bulldozers, spend 2 days, take the rocks, maybe build a little seawall with it. We've won about raising sponsorship through some of the local hotels. We're not looking for a lot of money, possibly 20,000 baht a month, and I believe with 20,000 baht a month we can have some full-time staff along this beach, and we may not have to be here again.